Multitude of agents, be it an Omen, be it a Jet. Who does it on a breach? He's doing it on a breach. I didn't even get to say what I was going to say. He's doing it on a breach.
Oh my god, nice little angle to play with there for Mixwell. He's even going back to the site, playing this ranged angle. Mid's going to be fought for a little bit, but they're giving up A completely. I mean, there's no way that G2 can maintain control of this. Not when you've got a Vova sitting over there behind the smoke. He gets, like, as soon as he's smoked off, you're running this clock way down. Unless Hoodie's thinking of something a little different, but he's only clearing the catwalk. It's okay.
This is the battle. Something we'll see quite regularly, I imagine. Xiao doing incredible work just to bring this back into a 4v4 scenario, and Angel even going to peek with him still, though. Hoodie actually gets away with it, managing to put the advantage back in their favor, and while Nuke finding the man at the back of the site, it makes things impossible. They're surrounded completely. Solid retake coming out from G2, and it will be the first round going in their favor.
Yeah, solid recon, a human recon, I suppose, in the form of Nukia, and then for the final kill. I noticed that the defuse there taken by Mixwell. They're going to try to get that tour de force online early, get that operator in play. You can certainly see it, though, with the way aggressive stance he took in B main. Like, that's
exactly, because you hit him with that, you remove his ability to escape. And then it just comes down to who's connecting the shots. And especially with the combination of slows, it can become quite difficult if you don't have the rendezvous anymore. But instead, he's opted to try and face off with that breach after playing the double duelist last time. I do feel like part of Angel's game is almost just make his team impossible to read by having, like, it was always the way they played, like having a multitude of different comps. In this round, though, they have actually forced Mitch. So they're going to try and win this round.
Oh yeah, they're coming in confident, but it hasn't worked out to start with. Good connection by Zipman, but Evova's taking him down right afterwards from the back of the site. And he's still tucked away here, alive and healthy, ready to take the rest of these players down.
I feel like force by success rate is a lot lower than maybe you might think it would be, because I feel like, especially recently, a lot of teams have just become better at facing off to play aggressively a lot of the time. There is possibilities, I guess, that you might have been able to catch them with, say, a B main push or something else elsewhere on the map, and thus there would have been quite a bit of space.
I did look at FPX's round here. They're using a lot of utility to push these players out of mid to try and boombots meet. Yeah, but they're not getting any of these deals that, again, they're looking for. I think they want G2 to maybe start peeking out, giving them some angles, but G2 are playing reactive off each other, right? As soon as one player gets contact, you've got the other swinging in to take those fights. It's the way to deal with these pistol rounds. If you try to play a little bit more proactive and take some ranged duels, you're almost playing into the hands of what your opponents want you to do.
Well, they have information that there's players around these angles. Of course, Mixwell has that quick escape mechanic, and this crossfire in mid is just filth. He will eventually just leave the remaining players to try and battle, and well, I'd be surprised if there's any sort of kill here. In fact, Nuke just farming up those ultimate orbs. He's now one away from a showstopper, and
even if it gets one kill, you know, it gets rid of a rifle. That's massive when you're playing with Spectres, so for sure. Being just the one away is...
I think Mixwell's one away as well.
He was prioritizing the ult orbs, right? Like he took that defuse round 1, for example. Play with it.
They're going for it. They've already got the orb. They went for it almost instantly. So, and he's just going to be able to retreat all the way back, make sure that if there was any counter. So that is massive for Mixwell. And a huge boost for them going into this round. Again, an incredibly fast-paced take into mid. I have noted that so far it has not been Angel taking the control into ropes, which I will say I'm quite thankful for. Still, though, Nuke actually gets out, and because of that kill, as mentioned, he has the showstopper, almost manages to close out another as well, and he's got teammates to trade him back. Angel still surviving, makes it competitive, but a bonus round, well, if anything, shouldn't be competitive.
That's it. You know, if anything, G2 are favored right now. You know, they've got a lot of control, a lot of angles that FPX need to clear. And with 50 seconds left, they don't really have the time to do that. They've got to take some risks and go into angles that They won't be able to clear efficiently. But luckily, those risks are taken in the right places. They're walking through B, clearing out in heaven, walking in and hoping that if they do meet anyone, they'll be able to take them down and get this spike planted in time. And luckily for them, that seems to be the case.
30 seconds left.
Look at the utility, though, for G2. Like, they have a full belt on both Avova and Meadow. So that they have basically everything they could need to clear every single angle. They could hold players back with the smokes, and you still have a Molotov and an Aftershock to try and clear some of these positions. Like, although, again, the Afterplant gives a winnable position, I don't think they'll be expecting this much utility to still be standing. And, well, you can see they're going to start trying to hit from multitude of different angles, and there's going to be a lot needed for success here from FPX.
I'm surprised with this many players alive and this much utility that they split up like this, that they take all these individual routes through, but they've cleared quite a bit now as they look to move to the site. They've smoked off spawn already. Angel going to be playing on the edge of that, flash in hand, ready to pop, but he's mollied out and taken down. Sagetsu still putting up a good fight. Here comes the swing, but Mixwell a little bit too fast. He gets there just in time. I think that defuse is theirs.
Ooh, it's close, but they will get it over the line. Yeah, as said, like the amount of utility that was available, it still got a little bit scary. And I was actually expecting that molly to go into the back corner, and then Sagetsu really would have been screwed. But I guess it did its job elsewhere nonetheless, and something with it.
Yeah, honestly, if you show me Ghosts, Frenzies coming into this round, I probably think you're going to use the Rolling Thunder. But when they buy all sheriffs like this, it doesn't seem too likely unless they get a big advantage in the next couple seconds. And as you can see, these two, oh, there we go. Seben's caught him. I don't know. Nuki was jumping around, maybe? Was he on the ropes? No, he was way back. That rifle's gone. That was a big risk for... I mean, I'm not sure how much you were going to get out of that in the best case scenario. FPX now sit back and they'll try to work this little bit of control they've gained in towards they have.
I know exactly where you are.
Yeah, they really don't want to allow them to have ropes control. It's been the brawl of the map. I can understand it because it's something that a lot of teams end up giving FPX for free, and that's always a danger in itself. Mixo not even going to escape. He's going to go back for a little bit more. That is the rifle down. He'll get stunned up, but has a teammate ready and waiting to counter in response.
Good wall up, though. Stops anybody from peeking out from spawn. Means FPX, even though they're stunned, they're able to keep up this aggression towards the site.
Okay.
And in this position, then the Rolling Thunder comes through. It hasn't managed to stun up Mixwell, though. He's still watching the cross. Cage goes down, blocks it off. Do they know that Meadow's here? Going to be clearing out the site and looking for a player. The time's a big issue. 20 seconds left. Good shot by Xiao, but that's all this round amounts to
be in, and he can now start to almost dominate other aspects of map control, like just a deep push to start with, but it's almost like the perfect aspect, especially someone who came from like an old school CS background. Like, he can basically play that rotational operator on multiple points of the map at once because of how quick he can move away. And with that opener, now everybody just looks to slow things down. They've also got the traps waiting, so if anybody makes that move forward, the information will be there, just like you would with your Cypher trips. And ultimately, those are things that FPX are just having to destroy along the way.
It's just these little hurdles to jump over. Feed the information to G2 as they move. You see, G2 are very comfortable at giving up this mid control from what we're seeing. I'm not saying I haven't seen it before. I don't think I've seen it done successfully before, to a point that I liked it. For me, it's always been like, you've got to make them pay for that mid control. With 35 seconds left, here comes the crunch. G2 have more players than expected here. Hoodie up top is a prime example of that. Now Avova looking to step up even more, and this man just keeps on delivering. They're at that point now, and they're facing into an eco.
I really like that change because it's sort of as you mentioned, like most times you're not going to see a team give up that mid control for free. Have to take their time to check, pre-fire, clear all of these different spots. And well, finally, I think FPX have just had enough and decided, okay, if you're going to continuously switch up your setup, we're going to fight you. Oh, I appreciate the attempt. But Nuke's gone down. Avova, he's actually going to use his ultimate here, and because of the one way, he can't really peek back off of this. He has at least slowed them down.
The breaks Avova round the back, now making it a little bit more costly. But he goes down after just the one. Hoodie's trying to make his way through, but the timing is more. That is ridiculous. The fact that Meadow goes down. Hoodie at least able to trade and then pulls Meadow back online. man advantage to play with for G2. Again, that clock's not ticking too quickly. They've got plenty of time. Zipman. Oh, he went in for the very,
He's at 1 HP.
very close showstopper. It must have landed. And I guess he ran back into the corner, right? It lands in the doorway. Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, I don't know if it would have made a difference, especially with Mixor just finishing off the final couple of players. And again, it's the hope that you can sort of delay them and maybe take somebody with you. Yeah, the funny thing is, it seems really lucky when you watch it like that, but if it had been the other player that died, it would have actually been better because they wouldn't have had the res.